It was past midnight in New York City. The subway was nearly empty, except for a handful of tired souls heading home. The fluorescent lights flickered above, casting ghostly shadows across the tiled walls. Emily, a 23-year-old waitress, sat clutching her bag. Her shift at the diner had ended late, and all she wanted was to get home. Suddenly, she heard it. A faint giggle. Her stomach tightened with unease. She turned her head. At the far end of the train car sat a clown. Red nose, white painted face, messy rainbow wig. His costume was filthy, smeared with something dark. Her throat went dry, and her heart began to race. The clown tilted his head and smiled, wide, unnaturally wide. The train clattered through the tunnel. No one else seemed to notice him. The other two passengers were half asleep, earbuds in. The clown just stared at her. His eyes were pitch black. No whites, no life. Emily swallowed hard and looked away. Fear crawled up her spine. Then, honk! She jumped. The clown had squeezed a tiny red horn, the sound echoing in the hollow train car. Her palms grew sweaty, gripping the strap of her bag tighter. The train screeched to a halt at the next station. The doors hissed open. Emily glanced up. The clown was gone. Her chest rose and fell quickly, relief mixing with confusion. But as she stepped off the train and into the dim station, she heard it again. Hee 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 hee. Her legs trembled as cold dread settled in her gut. She spun around. The platform was empty. When she finally reached the street, the city felt different. The usual hum of traffic and chatter was absent. Only the echo of her footsteps filled the silence. Her breath quickened, panic creeping in. Then she saw him. At the corner of the block, under a broken streetlight, the clown. He was still, watching, waiting. Emily rushed forward, her heart pounding in her chest. She could hear the sound of rubber soles squeaking behind her. She didn't dare look back. Her throat burned as fear suffocated her. When she finally turned a corner, nothing. The clown was gone. But painted on the wall in smeared red letters were the words, "Smile for me." Her knees nearly buckled from terror. Inside her tiny apartment, Emily locked every door and window. She grabbed her phone and called her friend, Mia. "Mia, I think someone's following me," she whispered. Her voice shook with desperation. "Who?" Mia asked, confused. Emily's eyes darted to the darkened corner of her apartment. She swore she saw movement. Her chest tightened, pulse racing like a trapped bird. "A clown," she whispered. The line went silent. Then, laughter. Not Mia's voice, the clown's. Her blood turned cold as the phone slipped from her hand. Hours passed. She sat curled up on her couch, staring at the locked door. Then, knock, knock, knock. Slow, deliberate knocks at her door. Her stomach twisted painfully as terror gripped her body. She didn't move. She didn't breathe. A voice whispered through the crack of the door, "Smile, Emily." Emily fled to the bathroom, slamming the door shut. She stared into the mirror above the sink. Her reflection was smiling, but she wasn't. Her heart thudded so violently she thought she'd faint. Her reflection leaned closer to the glass and whispered, "He's here." The light flickered. When it steadied, her reflection wore clown makeup. Her scream ripped through the night. The next morning, detectives found Emily's apartment empty, the windows shattered from the inside. On the walls were bloody handprints shaped like balloons. The TV in the corner flickered with static before showing a news anchor. Another disappearance in Brooklyn last night. Witnesses report a man dressed as a clown stalking women near the subway. Fear gripped the entire city as whispers of the subway clown spread. 2 weeks later, a little boy in Queens told his mother about the funny man with balloons who played outside his window at night. The mother checked. No one was there. But on the glass, red-smeared paint spelling "Smile." The mother clutched her child tightly, shaking with fear. Detective Harris was assigned the case. Hardened, skeptical, he didn't believe in ghost stories. But then he found something disturbing. Every missing person's apartment had one thing in common: a single balloon left behind, tied with human hair. For the first time in years, Harris felt a chill creep up his spine. Harris followed the trail to an abandoned carnival on Coney Island. The Ferris wheel rusted, creaking in the wind. Painted across the entrance gate in faded letters, "Smile Town." A heavy unease sank into his gut as he stepped inside. In the distance, the carousel began to spin on its own. Inside the funhouse mirrors, Harris saw himself reflected dozens of times. But one reflection moved differently. A clown stared back. Sweat trickled down Harris' neck as fear clawed at him. The clown stepped out of the mirror. The clown wasn't just a man. It was something else, something older. A demon feeding on fear, using the mask of laughter. Harris's stomach turned as realization sank in. The clown whispered, "Smile, and you'll live forever in my carnival." Balloons began to fill the funhouse, rising from the floor, pressing against the mirrors. Each balloon contained a face screaming silently from within. Emily's face was among them. Harris's breath hitched in horror, his chest aching with dread. Harris ran. The clown followed, laughter echoing through the carnival. Every corner he turned, the clown was already there, waiting. Panic surged through him, blood pounding in his ears. "Smile, detective," the clown hissed.
Harris set fire to the funhouse, flames devouring the walls. The clown shrieked, its painted smile stretching unnaturally. Balloons burst one by one, screams escaping into the night. Harris's lungs burned, but hope flickered inside him. He staggered out as the funhouse collapsed. The Ferris wheel groaned and crashed into the flames. But in the smoke, through the fire, the clown stood, smiling. Hopelessness crushed Harris's chest, tears stinging his eyes. Weeks later, the disappearances stopped. The city slowly returned to normal, but sometimes, late at night in the subway, commuters hear a faint giggle. Their hearts race, paranoia creeping in. A single balloon drifts through the car. One woman swore she saw him, sitting at the end of the subway car, grinning, waiting, and written in red on the window, "Smile, you're next." And the city of New York held its breath, knowing the clown was never truly gone. The end. Or not.
Thank you. We hope you guys fell the horror. Please subscribe to our channel.